Okay. Hey, how you doing? I'm back. Yeah. This is my first Thursday live back from my wonderful vacation that I enjoyed thoroughly, I must say. But y'all go ahead and pull up. I'm here now. I'm here now. It's okay. You can come in and say hello. Thank you, Grand Madam, and it is a pleasure to see and hear from you as well. Huh? Okie dokie. Grand Madam's in the building, so where everybody will take the example from Grand Madam, who is prompt, timely, even when I'm late. Professor, salute. What's going on? What's going on? I'm in here just going through the inventory. Should we say here? You say, Grand Madam, here they come. Here they come indeed. Let's see what's bobbing. Let's see what's bobbing. Wow. Mm. Mm. Huh. Okay. 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 I'm liking sneakiness. I'm liking sneakiness. I'm liking sneakiness. That's because I just got a chance to go to my box, my comics, and I have been, pulling out comics and checking things out and reading this and reading that. So, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, do I have a whole bunch of reviews to do. Let me see. Let me see. Check my levels. Okay. Everything seems to be copacetic. Am I coming in at the right kind of levels for y'all? Is my voice and all of that? Is everything okay? Is the picture okay? Just want to make sure because there's going to be a lot of visual aids tonight, and I want to make sure that everybody can see the visual aids. That is a great big old yep. All right. Theo, my brother is in the building. My co-host of Friday Vibing, which will be going on tomorrow. It'll be going on tomorrow evening, right? Yeah, okay. I am assuming it's going on tomorrow evening. Still working on a particular guest or two. May not have them tomorrow, but I will know something by next week. So y'all stay tuned. Working on two. One is has been here before, and the other it will be their first time. Hopefully, I can get both of them. So, all right. Little bro say it's going down. Say it's going down tomorrow. So y'all make sure y'all pull up tomorrow evening. Same time. Yeah, same time. You don't have to think about nothing. Just pull up here again tomorrow, and we'll be handling all the rest. As soon as I get a quorum, y'all, it's going down. Got a lot to talk about and a bit of time to talk about it. Where is my excuse me a second. I am perusing through Figures de Action. Where did I put it? Oh, I am so excited about it being the Halloween season, the monster season, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that go bump in the night type of thing. And that's always kind of, I won't say always, but as long as it ain't got nothing to do with possession or something demonic or something like that, I could kind of fool with it. It's something about that demonic stuff. Slasher movies if I'm being honest, I don't really care for slasher movies. I mean, the stuff like, the Jason and the Scream and the how, I mean, it served a purpose, but I feel like it kind of peaked with Friday the 13th. And anything you was doing after Friday the 13th was overkill. You know what I mean? Because we had Halloween first. Well, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, if you count that first one. But then you had Halloween, and Halloween was kind of like the slasher movie. You know what I'm saying? And I guess Nightmare on Elm Street was sort of a slasher movie. He would slash people from time to time, but he preferred to just F with them in their dreams. And because that was like a unique concept, that added kind of another level to slasher flicks. Oh, I see. I see great minds think alike, huh, Grand Madam? She couldn't stand slasher flicks, not because they were scary. You know what I mean? Because scary is one thing, but gore, something different altogether. And I'll kind of be talking about that tonight, among other things. We will discuss horror. I'm gonna discuss a couple different horror topics. Um, One of the topics that is horrifying to me, but it ain't got nothing to do with horror, is female Silver Surfers and Black Wonder Men. And Marvel about to, they about to slip up and do something else really silly like that too. And I'm gonna talk about. I'm telling y'all, I am going to talk about some things that's gonna have y'all like, oh my goodness, I never looked at it from that standpoint before, or I didn't think something like that, was something that was gonna happen. But yeah, it is. It's something that's going to happen. Boom, put that in a zip. Yeah, I'm grabbing something to use tonight. Little imagery, nothing major, just a little bit of imagery. And find this file. Oh goodness gracious. Oh goodness gracious. Wait a minute. Did I? I didn't. Okay. Gotta go look. Sometimes you gotta go in the file and look physically, because you can't trust what the pruder say. All right, we looking there. There it is. See, I know the stuff be in there. Just there we go. There we go. There we go. Bam. Where's that? Okay. There it is. Okay. Now I have it, y'all. Wait. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. There we go. Okay. I have it now. I have it now. Oh, Javon, you creeped in. You creeped in while I was pulling files. Hello, sir. How are you doing this evening? I appreciate you pulling up. Um, I know I had a rather long hiatus, y'all, and I apologize, but yo, it was very helpful. It was very helpful. I mean, I got to go out on the well. Let me give you the scenario. Okay, here's and I guess I can tell you that this is why people are filing in. Okay, here's how the vacation went. I left out of here Thursday. Left out of here Thursday. Got in to Sacramento, California Friday evening. And I went to my daughter's home, and me and her hung out for a little while, and I got to meet her boyfriend, and he's really nice. Her boyfriend is a wildlife biologist, and we sat down and we talked, and he started telling me about this invasive species of rat from Venezuela, and I'm like, I'm listening to him talk, and I'm like, she could do a lot worse. At least this guy's, got a head on his shoulders, you know what I'm saying? And he's a manly man. Well, as manly as a man can be who goes out in the wilderness and kills invasive rats. But that's not all he does. He's very, you know what I'm saying, into the wildlife, right? And they took me around. We went to some places and we saw some things, and I came back with some souvenirs. And she's up in wine country near Napa. You know what I mean? She's in Fairfield, which is like maybe like a 10-15 minute drive from wine country, and it's just acres and acres of vineyards and then a little private, communities, gated communities. It was nice. I mean, she don't live in a gated community, but it was nice. Monday the 9th. No, I'm sorry. Monday the 2nd. Second? No, that's September. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th. The 5th. Headed to Kansas City. Got to Kansas City that night. Okay, Tuesday, Wednesday, kind of fooled around, blah, 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 that kind of a thing. And then me and my homies, these are guys that I have known since the 5th grade. So that's 40 plus years of friendship. And a buddy of mine, he bought some property over in Lake of the Ozarks, and he's got like 5 acres of land, and he's got this beautiful place built on it that he's going to use, like an Airbnb, so that it pays for itself because it's in a real, ritzy snitsy, kind of part of the city, and it's a little town. It's only like 3,000-4,000 people in there, so it's a beautiful little haven, and it sits on Lake of the Ozarks, and it's like a little 100-mile lake, and a lot of people get around in boats, in this place versus just driving on the freeway or driving in the neighborhoods and stuff like that. So it's a really nice little neighborhood, nice little community. We got to ride out on boats. We got to go to a bar in a cave, and it was some fun stuff. And other than that, it was just us fellowshipping and hanging out. The mancation, vibing, the fellas, kicking back, and I enjoyed it, y'all, thoroughly. Who else? Black Panther, what's up? Hey, what's going on? Did I see my man Gray in here? Gray, you in here? Where you at, Gray? I don't see Gray. Okay, maybe Gray is hiding. Anyway, greetings, Black Panther. I feel like, he must have dipped out. I feel like it's enough of y'all where I can go ahead and get started on what I want to talk about. y'all make sure y'all with me. I'm gonna go to the to the least engaging topic and save the most engaging topic for the end. Okay. Oh, come on, yo. Didn't even see you there. What's up, my brother? Good to see you. Good to see y'all in the building. Okay. Where we kicking off at? Okay. Now, y'all know I watch a lot of movies. And I watch a lot of TV. Well, not a lot. I watch enough. Enough keeps me out of trouble. Anyway, last year I started watching this. Tulsa King. Now, you can say what you want to say about Sylvester Stallone, but he doing the damn thing in this show, man. Now, for those of you that don't know, that haven't been watching Tulsa King, never watched Tulsa King, or hate Sylvester Stallone's guts, he plays the role of wise guy Dwight Manfredi, also known as the General. He went to jail for a little while, and then when he got out, the bosses decided to send him to Oklahoma as kind of an exile sort of thing. But then he took it and turned it into, like mobsters do, everything's a criminal enterprise. And it's been a whole season where he spent it establishing his reign in Tulsa, and along the way, he picks up a very eclectic group of homies to run with him. Tyson and Bodie are who these guys are, and they are fun to watch. They have their different vibe, their different energies, the way they feel about working with and for Dwight as a mobster. The brother is cool. He wants to learn. He wants to, get at it and be down. But because Bodie, he like ran a dispensary and basically Sylvester Stallone came in there and muscled his way into it. Bodie is probably one of the most sarcastic human beings you ever want to meet. It seemed like don't shit come out of his mouth unless it's sarcasm. And he kind of person you end up beating the daylights out of, because every single thing they say is sarcastic. Well, basically, he established his rule, and now this year he's contended with some special bad guys. Okay, you got Frank Grillo and Neil O'Donnell. Neil O'Donnell, of course, is the local bad guy who's got his fingers in everything in Oklahoma, and he's like the biggest weed distributor, but he's attached to some sinister Chinese ties, so we don't know if he's in charge or if he's getting ran. Basically, if you've seen the most recent episodes, then it looked like he might not be as in charge as he sounds. However, Frank Grillo on the right, who you may recognize as Crossbones, Brock Rumlow from Captain America: The Winter Soldier. He is Bill Balakova, the Don mob boss of Kansas City. Yeah. So, Kansas City getting in on it. And overall, the show, for me, I've enjoyed it. I probably because, I'm saying, I'm Gen X. So I grew up and Sly Stallone was that cat. You know what I mean? He had the Rocky movies, he had the Rambo movies, and then he had all them little cop buddy flicks that he did. So he kind of established himself as kind of a action hero. And surprisingly, Tulsa King isn't like a crap ton of action. There's action in it when there needs to be, but the show doesn't focus on just action. Me personally, I enjoy it. I think it's a really good show. And because y'all the Rock With Me Nation, and y'all rock with me the way I rock with y'all, and y'all rock with me the way you rock with me the way you supposed to. I said that wrong, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I rock, you rock, I rock, you rock, we rock. I like that better. Okay. Check it out. You can probably check out that first season, which is streaming right now on Paramount, as well as season 2 is currently going down. I think episode 6 starts this Sunday. New episode Sunday. You should check out Tulsa King. Tulsa King! Tulsa King. Wow. The Honorable Kamoyo King. Okay. You don't have to apologize for eating a snack, Panthro. He enjoyed. Thank you, Panthro, for at least somebody enjoying the show. Y'all should check it out. Kamoyo said, okay, pretty good show. All right. Neil McDonough and Frank Grillo in the same show. Yes, Grand Madam. Neil McDonough and Frank Grillo in the same show. Oh, both Frank Grillo and Neil McDonough were in the MCU. One was Brock Rumlow. The other, Dum Dum Dugan. Sharp eye, sharp eye, sharp eye, sharp eye. Tango and Cash is a forgotten classic. Tango and Cash is a forgotten. I ain't forgot Tango and Cash. You know what sticks out to me about Tango and Cash, Panthro? The first time I saw that dude, that big dude with the chin that's like this long, you know what I'm saying? It's just like his jawline looks like a rock. You know what I mean? It just looked like somebody just chiseled his jawline out of rock. His chin is just uncommonly long and thick. You know what I mean? And that's why I was like, whoa, who is he? Why is his chin so huge? You know, but yeah, I enjoy Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, and Kurt Russell was also one of the it guys of the 80s because he was cranking out some actioners too. Big Trouble in Little China, Escape from New York, The Thing, which we will talk about later. If you have not watched my video about prequels, sequels, and remakes, it's a top 5. Y'all should check that out. It's a good vid. I like doing it. You should like watching it. Richard Masur. Richard Masur was in The Thing. I think he played Childs. Yeah. The Thing is my movie, man. I tell people that even though you could say what you want to say about the special effects and how they look now, but for me, The Thing stands the test of time. John Carpenter got a few movies that are well worth checking out. Robert Zadar was Face in Tango and Cash. That was his name? Okay. Yeah, because, man, he's the chin from hell, boy. He also played, mate. Look at y'all, you 80s bums, you. Look at your maniac cop. All right. I want to know, how many maniac cop movies have there been? Are you a fan? Are you a fan? How many maniac cop movies have there been? And how many maniac cop movies have you seen? Uh-huh. Yeah. 89. Actually, Maniac Cop was more 90s, wasn't it? Why am I sitting here talking about B movies? Because it's the Rock With Me Nation, and sometimes that's what we do. Theo says 3 Maniac Cop movies. I'm going to look it up. And that's probably what Theo did. Ooh, Theo. How many Maniac Cop movies have there been? There, 3 originally, but they are talking about making a Maniac Cop remake and then a television series for HBO. Hmm. Hmm. How many of us want to see Maniac Cop again? I know, Kamayo. I thought it was more than that too. I thought it was like 5 of them at least, but there's only so many premises you can write a crazed little, well, not little, but a crazed gigantic cop into. Okay. I only saw the first one, so you up on me. Maniac Cop didn't sit high on my list of things to see. Kind of like Chud and Chud 2, Bud the Chud. But I do like that acronym. Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. The 80s was full of crazy stuff. Real quick, since Halloween is coming around, can y'all tell me what is your favorite vampire movie and what is your favorite werewolf movie? In the comments. Favorite werewolf movie, favorite vampire movie. Now, while you mull over it, I want to share with you, because it's that time of year to share these kinds of things. I want to share with you the fact that there are some vampire movies, at least 2 that I can think of, that really creep me out. And I thought it was because of my age, but then when I saw the other movie, I was an adult. Now, as far as vampire movies go, and I hate to scare y'all with this big old picture. Yeah. Barlow. Mr. Barlow. Count Barlow from Salem's Lot. Now, it ain't the fact that he's a vampire with big ass teeth and pointy ears. For me, with Salem's Lot, it was the eyeballs. You know, you looking at them eyeballs and it's like, bruh, them eyeballs are just freaking me the hell out. And if it wasn't, bad enough, when everybody become a vampire, their eyeballs got freaky, but it was like levels of freaky. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, and then the eyeballs, man, they just not to mention this scene right here. My man is just floating in the air, scratching on the window. This always has unsettled me. Always. I'm looking at the picture and I'm still kind of like, I remember what was going on, and I'm like, that's unsettling. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's doing its job. Stephen King is scaring the shit out of me with this movie. And I don't, and it ain't nothing but the eyeballs. It ain't even really anything else. It's the vampire's eyeballs that freak me the hell out with this movie. And I I can watch it, but I run the risk of having some kind of like messed up dream. You know what I mean? And I don't have no messed up dream like that. You know what I mean? Bram Stoker's Dracula. Okay. I could see that. I could see that. Bram Stoker Dracula was a banger, Theo. It was a different way of looking at it. You know what I mean? We hadn't seen Dracula like that up until that point. Your favorite vampire and werewolf movie is Dog Soldiers and Blade. Okay. Javon say Fright Night and The Howling. Bruh, that part in Fright Night where she's like, you promised, Charlie. You promised you wouldn't let him get me. And he went over there and her grill was all the way up to him. I was like, yeah, Fright Night was that joint. Oh, you talking about Mr. Barlow? He looks like Nosferatu. Yes, he does. But those eyes, man, those eyes are just creepy to me, man. I would have to say my favorite vampire movie involves wolves. Underworld. But you just said Bram Stoker Dracula. Okay. All right. Well, Bram Stoker Dracula and Underworld. Underworld for the werewolves. Got it. See? Brother stuff. Yeah, them eyeballs, bro. Them eyeballs, man, still. They remade it. Or what they had a Return to Salem's Lot. I didn't think Return to Salem's Lot hit like the first one. Vampires are not cute. Huh. No, they're not supposed to be. And when I tell you about the next movie, you're going to be like, yeah, you are so right. Okay. I did not see Chapel White with Adrian Brody. I'm going to have to pull up for sure. For sure. Stoker Dracula was a pimp. Yeah, he was with that bouffant hairdo and the robe. And yeah. You say Howling and Fright Night for you too. All right, y'all. But what about that one? Again, the freaky eyeballs. 30 Days a Night was bananas. The eyeballs, again, unsettling. You know what I mean? And then just the whole premise. It was a graphic novel before it was a movie. But the whole premise, vampires in Bethel, is horrifying. Because just like they said, there is a point where there is more darkness during the year than there is light. So fantastic premise. Fantastic premise. And then this guy. Bruh. And just the savagery, the sheer savagery of those vampires in 30 Days a Night. You know what I'm saying? They attack like it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna mesmerize you and make you fall victim to my charms. It's like, no, I'm just gonna jump on you and rip you apart. And that's a little unsettling, y'all. That's a little unsettling. You know? Look at them. Because the way their eyes are, it makes them look like sharks. You know what I mean? Have you ever seen a shark or like a documentary or something of a shark when they get in that blood frenzy and their eyes and the little film like that comes over their eyeballs and they just I'm gonna tear everything apart. So 30 Days a Night ranks up there, man, for me as far as vampire movies. My werewolf movie, I gotta go with the Wolfman, with Benicio del Toro from 2010. I love Underworld is right there, but just for the sheer savagery of it, you know, and the graphics and yeah, and he get down on all fours and bruh, that the Underworld series and American Werewolf in London. Those are werewolf movies. Those are werewolf movies. Say that movie has me saying Yeah. Yeah. You won't get no argument from me, Kamoya. You won't get no argument from me. Lost Boys is a favorite of mine as well. The Frog Brothers. Corey Haim and I'm sorry, Corey Feldman and the other fella. What'd she say? A little unsettling. After that movie, I would have left Alaska. Hey, maybe I want to be a real life Blade. Well, not Blade. It's too late to be Blade, huh? Or maybe some other cool ass vampire slayer. I don't know. When he changed in that room, everyone immediately evacuated, then tried to run away. Hey, bruh. Grand Madam liked the underworld movies too, but like the werewolves in Twilight. If the prevailing theme had not been a love story, I could get behind it. Oh, but the prevailing theme of Dracula is a love story. Yeah, but there was gore. You can't have a Dracula movie without gore. Near Dark. That's the one with Bill Paxton and what's her name? Janine Goldsmith, aka Vasquez from Aliens. Yes, that is a good one. From Dusk Till Dawn. Another good vampire movie. And it has Salma Hayek in it. It has Salma Hayek in it. And it's like she's ageless, and yeah. Salma Hayek. Blackula, huh? Mama Walde. You know what? Y'all? You know what? This is the time I'm going to take the opportunity to chastise y'all and say, had you been keeping up with Philadelphia, this is the guest stars you eventually would have gotten. Yeah, pulling up in issues of Philadelphia. Y'all wasn't effing with Philadelphia. Well, some of y'all wasn't effing with Philadelphia, but I'm just saying, bruh. Spawn in the pages of Philadelphia. The Savage Dragon in the pages of Philadelphia. And the aforementioned Count Mama Walde, aka Blackula, pulls up in the pages of Philadelphia. Bruh, I don't know what else to tell y'all. I don't know what else to tell y'all. From Dusk Till Dawn, Never Let Up. I was drained after watching that. Grand Madam, did you say that on purpose, hon? Did you say that on purpose? You were drained after watching it? I see what you did there. Okie dokie. Selma is nicely assembled. Still is to this very day. Okay. You're still annoyed with Rodney Barnes after he botched the Falcon solo. But Rodney Barnes has a great deal of comic, novel, and movie credits to his name. I mean, Boondocks. Rodney Barnes has written on a lot of shit. So I'm not, and Rodney Barnes has written on a lot of stuff that I like. Rodney Barnes has written on a lot of stuff I know you like. So I'm not going to hate Rodney Barnes for one. You know what I mean? For me, it would kind of be like me hating something George Perez did. You know what I mean? Regardless of if people didn't like it or they did like it, George Perez is my guy, and we don't get to say nothing bad about George Perez. That's almost how I feel about Rodney Barnes. You know, I mean, for by and large, if it to me, it's one of those things where we focus more on the 1-0 shit versus the 100 attaboys. That's all you knew him for? Hey, hold my beer. Rodney Barnes is in his 60s, man. Rodney Barnes been doing shit for a minute. Okay. Rodney Barnes is an American screenwriter and producer. Barnes has written for and produced The Boondocks, My Wife and Kids, Everybody Hates Chris, Marvel's Runaways, American Gods, Wu-Tang, and American Saga. Bruh, that ain't enough. That's the TV credits. Now, I am so glad that we're talking about Rodney Barnes right now because we can transition right over into this right here, kiddies. Submitted for your approval. Do we remember KOLCHAK the Night Stalker? Time out. I ain't seen KOLCHAK the Night Stalker since 1974. Right. You know why? Because you wasn't checking for it. Okay. That's a KOLCHAK. That's the cover of a KOLCHAK the Night Stalker graphic novel. That's the cover of the 50th anniversary KOLCHAK the Night Stalker comic book that came out in 2002. KOLCHAK been around. He ain't been around like you wanted to be. And right now, through Monstrous Studios, we're going to be getting a KOLCHAK the Night Stalker miniseries. And David Dasmalkian, Steve Niles, and Rodney Barnes are writing separate stories. They're writing separate issues. Rodney Barnes will be writing the issue of KOLCHAK meets Dracula. I believe that's issue 2 or issue 3. So y'all want to support, y'all want to pull up, y'all want to check it out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just fooling around with the big 2, y'all. I done told y'all. I goes out and gets these juicy ones that don't nobody know about. These ones that don't nobody want food with or aren't aware of. But I'm here for y'all. I rock with y'all like y'all rock with me. I rock with y'all like y'all rock with me. So y'all keep rocking with me. I ain't just saying edutainment is what I do because it sounds cool when I say it. Yeah, I remember you telling me about you and your wife watching KOLCHAK the Night Stalker. I put my wife on the KOLCHAK the Night Stalker not too long ago, and she watched it all. She was actually engaged. You know what I mean? She like, ooh, this is interesting. Two things. Ain't nobody killed more monsters than KOLCHAK, and ain't nobody been fired more times than KOLCHAK. That's his thing. KOLCHAK goes and deals with these supernatural threats and things, and then writes a story about it, and then the editors of wherever he's working at see it and be like, "You fired. Get your ass out of here with that bullshit." You know, so so that's kind of, you know, what KOLCHAK did. And KOLCHAK was actually, and I think Kamoyo mentioned it in the comments, KOLCHAK was actually the inspiration for the X-Files. And yes, Carl KOLCHAK did make an appearance on the X-Files. So yeah. Rodney Barnes, Nita Hall's Nightmare Blog. Oh, and Philadelphia. Just Philadelphia. Trying to put y'all up on Rodney Barnes, man. This is me, y'all. I ain't gonna steer you wrong. Trying to put y'all up on game. Y'all better get in that Philadelphia, man. Rodney Barnes know how to write a story. He know how to write a story. He got and as you heard, he got a lot of experience writing stories. So you see, I do remember KOLCHAK. I still have nightmares about the vampire fangs and hissing. Oh, Black Panther. Do you mean that? I know exactly what you was talking about. Yeah, after he killed that vampire, he was working for a newspaper in Vegas. When he killed that vampire, didn't nobody believe, but it's a trip. It was cops there. The cops pulled up, and I'm like, you seen what happened? But there were no remains, so they couldn't put him in jail. So yeah. My boy KOLCHAK, he was that dude. He was a Hoogan. He was a sorcerer. He was a vampire slayer. He was a werewolf slayer. He was a zombie killer. Man, KOLCHAK used to do it all. And he was a do-it-yourself slayer. You know what I mean? It ain't like, oh, he had years and years and years and years of experience slaying monsters. Shit, Carl KOLCHAK would go get a book. You know what I'm saying? At the library, and the book say, this is how you kill a zombie. The book say, this is how you kill a werewolf. And he go do it, you know. That, you got to be crazy to do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't go read a book about how to kill a grizzly bear and then go out and try to kill a grizzly bear based on what I read. So Carl KOLCHAK got some beach ball size nuts. That wouldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Not unless, of course, I had an adamantium sword like Blade, and I could cut through everything. But yeah, man, y'all get up on that KOLCHAK the Night Stalker, man. It's popping. It's popping. I got a couple articles I've been reading. Okay, and we're gonna talk about it. You know, I don't really want to like get up in the MCU's grill and just bust their ass for the foolishness that they doing, but they going through with it, y'all. They doing it. I don't like it, dog. I don't like it. I say the same thing that I always say. Why make a white hero black when you got black heroes you ain't even thought about putting on screen? That could have been Blue Marble. That could have been Adam Brashear. That could have been Josiah Bradley, Josiah X. if you wanted to put, if you wanted to throw a black hero in the mix, that could have been Dr. Voodoo. Any number of male heroes in Marvel could have been adequately represented in the slot that they're wasting with a Black Wonder Man. And we also know Yahya Abdul Mateen himself is quoted as saying it's clown work. But it's a paycheck. Right, Yah? Right, Yah? Other thing I got issues with. This right here. WTF, family. Julia Garner is going to be playing Shalabal. Okay, I get that, but it was somebody named Juno, not Shalabal. That's what they were trying to achieve, but I don't think they were as successful as they would have liked to be. See, it's this kind of stuff that makes people question their decisions. If the decisions were sound, there wouldn't be all of this scrutiny. If the decisions were rooted in something canonical, you wouldn't have all of this blast back about how come, why, and WTF. I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. You went to St. Anne's School with a Rodney Barnes. He was born in Annapolis down the road. I wonder if he's the same Rodney. Might be. He talks a lot about Maryland. So yeah, it wouldn't shock me at all. KOLCHAK and Dark Shadows took up a lot of my time. Wow. You wish that Philadelphia series was done. Just jump on. Just jump on. Just jump on. I watched Dark Shadows too. I liked Barnabas Collins. Is Divide and Conquer. Blunder Man. They burning through these dumb ideas before the forced reset, and it is so stupid. That's where my head is, Kamoyo. How is it that they coming up with ideas after idea after idea, and everything they do is stupid? They still trying to explain Agatha. And I think the biggest problem for me with that is everything in the Marvel universe has to be linear. Everything in the MCU has to, you know what I'm saying? Thanos' appearance lead into something that is strictly Thanos that eventually affects everybody. So Agatha's appearances and the witches and all of that, I ain't even watched it, and all of that bullshit, is that going to be something that becomes mainstream and tie into the Robert Downey Jr. Dr. Doom? And you know what I'm saying? Everything got to be related. It's not like that in comic books. I can read a Daredevil comic book and read 10 issues of Daredevil and never read about what's going on with Spider-Man. And never read about what's going on with Moon Knight. Why can't the series just be the series focused on that series, and like the Netflix series? We didn't get Defenders until you saw each individual hero in their own series. That worked because you gave them heroes their shine before you crammed them together in a group. Iron Fist sucked ass. Y'all better do better next time. But I feel like that's what they should do with their cinematic projects. And they did do that in phase 1. We got Iron Man, we got Thor, we got Cap. We got to see who they were individually before we start cramming them in these ensembles. Oh, well. Most of the stuff is written out 3 years in advance, so this awfulness will continue up until 2026. Speaking of rumors, I heard a rumor that in the MCU, the relationship between Dr. Doom and Reed Richards will not be personal. Reed Richards does not have an invested interest in Dr. Doom other than he's poses a threat to the world and I have to stop him. Gone is the college issues that forced Doom to not listen to Reed Richards and then mess up that experiment and walk away with a scar and blame it on Reed and blame everything that go left on his life on Reed. So we're not going to see that now. Part of what makes Dr. Doom is his hatred, his jealousy, whatever you want to call it, of Reed Richards. So we're doing that thing. We're doing that thing where Bruce Banner and Tony Stark created Ultron, not Hank Pym. That what we doing now? Show me you don't read comics without showing me you don't read comics. Reed Richards and Dr. Doom are not arch enemies in the MCU. That's a horrible fucking idea. That's a horrid idea. It really, really is. Well, what I'm talking about, Kamayo, is in the MCU, not the comics. They are eliminating that rivalry cinematically. So cinematically, when Dr. Doom and Reed Richards meet, it will be for the first time ever. They have no history in college. They have no history. You know what I'm saying? There's none of that early history that made them arch rivals. So I'm guessing they're going with an infamous Iron Man kind of a story. Yeah, I'm with you, Grand Madam. How about if the scripts mysteriously disappeared right out of it? Yeah, that's where I'm at with it too. That you know what I mean? That's all I can say is that's my okay. Now, for the issue of the night, the issue of the evening, the bangarang, if you will, about Kimoyo asks, that is so dumb. What's the motivation then? Bruh, there is none. How do you, there is none. Yeah. So there you go. That's your broken That's your broken MCU. They're having fun. They like it. I love it. I ain't spending none of my money on it though. What was I gonna say? Oh, the Piece Resistance. All right. Now, Aaron Pierre lands a role as Jon Stewart in HBO's Lantern series. Okay. I personally don't have an issue with this because even though the actor that will be playing Jon Stewart is high yellow with green eyes, he's a good actor. He's a good actor. And I think that will be sufficient. Also, it's a TV series. It's not like it's a cinematic version. Why are we all up in arms about this light-skinned fellow playing Jon Stewart? I'm not. I mean, I get why some people would be, but it's not like he's T'Challa. You feel me? It's not like the role demands that he have more melanin. We could have a high yellow Jon Stewart and it would work. The majority of people wouldn't like it, but you could have it. Why couldn't you? Especially hear me out. Okay. People swore a 6-foot Wolverine would never work cinematically. People swore the idea of revamping Blade to be a character similar to like a Vampire Hunter D versus just being a guy who can resist a vampire bite and throws wooden stakes around. You see what I'm getting at? Sometimes unconventional ideas equate into conventional success. Make sense? So let's not be mad at light-skinned, flexy, sexy Aaron Pierre because he getting work. Okay? People that cast him in that role are the people we should be talking to or looking at funny. Right? He did. He did. He did indeed. Long as John ain't a comedy act, I am fine. Yeah, I mean, if we going with a buddy cop movie, I mean, and I know this has been said dozens of times before, why ain't that buddy cop movie taking place in space? I hope it does. I haven't read a synopsis for the HBO Lantern series yet. I just know that's who's going to be playing Jon Stewart. As far as what I'd like to see in terms of Jon Stewart, good acting. In terms of Jon Stewart, I would like to see some good effing acting. And because he's a good actor, I don't feel like that's going to be a stretch for my man's in there. You get what I'm saying? Why would it be? I mean, look at that. You ain't even got to do nothing with the eyeballs, bro. He got the built-in green. He the built-in green eye bandit. You know what I mean? So we could do a lot worse. We could do a lot worse. You know what I mean? Could have got. They could have took a page out of Marvel's book and made John Stewart white. Let's swap colors. We've got enough black characters. We've got Mr. Terrific. Why don't we just make this guy white? You know, that kind of a thing. So let's hold our breath and see what happens. Okay? Oh, while I'm thinking about it. I didn't want nothing. I just wanted to show that image to you and go, look, because folks been talking to me about it all day, and I'm like, I feel the same way about it that y'all feel about it. I feel the exact same way y'all feel about Nikki Jones. I just wanted to put that out there. That's it. I don't want to get into no deep discussion about it. I just, Zoltar, there you. Hey, what's going on, bro? Long time no see. First arc is a murder mystery in the American heartland with extraterrestrial connections. I say boo and boo. That mom is momming. Yes, she is. I know he be mad. People be looking at his mama and he be like, what you looking at? Why you looking at my? Hey, he can't do that. He like 5'11", 165. He ain't finna do nothing to nobody except run real fast. Oh. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Did I turn this into something it shouldn't be? Calling the Blue Lanterns for some success. Huh. Or the yellow ones. Or even the red ones, for that matter. That's what I'm saying. There should be some outer space stuff going on, man. You have a murder mystery in outer space. How about that? Green Lantern. He's an extraterrestrially based hero. Why we got to be looking at murder mysteries and whatnot? Oh, real quick, we can talk about the comics before I bust out, because I have an Arctic Roadrunner hamburger coming. It's called a Kenai Whopper, and it's effing delicious. And I want it. But before that, just wanted to tell y'all, I picked up 2 Ultimate Black Panther number 9s. So I will be giving you my version of that sometime this weekend. Comic reviews. I also have Space Ghost number 6. David Pepos, Jonathan Lau, The Fury of Moltar is who Space Ghost is facing in this book. You will hear about that one. I have been following this because I am a fan of Ultraman, not necessarily a fan of that particular assemblage of Avengers. Wasn't that wild about the all new, all difference. Just wasn't. Oh, and that's for me. Ken from Gotcha Man has a solo dolo. So, and it's called Death Match. And he's squaring up against some folks. So there you go. That is Mad Cave. That's Mad Cave Press, Mad Cave Comics. Yet another company that is not Marvel that produces quality books. Dynamite. Yet another company that produces quality books and ain't Marvel or DC. But speaking of Marvel, yeah, I'm behind, y'all. I'm behind. My bad, y'all. My bad. I'm about to get up on this. I'm starting from issue 1, and I'm going to follow this sucker, and I am going to give you what you want to see with regards to the Blade Red Band comic. Also, too, I've been fooling around with the Ultimates. When this comic book takes off, I'll let you know. But right now, I think the best word to describe the Ultimates for me, meandering. Meandering. 5 issues in, and they're still meandering. If I don't see something happen after 7, I'm going to start to raise my eyebrows. What y'all be talking about? Sinestro is always doing too much. Dope covers on Ultimate BP. I thought so too. Kin means fist in Japanese. Yes, I learned that watching Fist of the North Star, the cartoon. Great to have you here, Zoltar. I am glad that you are here. Thank you, sir, for pulling up. I've been out of circulation, so I got to get my bang back on. That new Hawkeye. Yeah. It makes sense, but it feels very like it's catering. You know what I mean? And you don't have to do that. Black Panther, you agree? Meandering, yes, meandering is what that book is doing right now. It's very meandering. Wow, Hawkeye has an inertia dampening era. Taser and razor and neural disruptors. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Ah, so the Hulk, from what I can see, is going to be squaring off against the Avengers real soon. If you have been paying attention to the 6160, the Incredible Hulk is like I guess the best way to describe him, he's one of the Maker's underbosses, like Ra and Khonshu and Colossus, Omega Red, and Ilyana Rasputin. So certain heroes will not come to be, or will not, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, it's time for a Hulk Thor skirmish in the 6160. You can't have Thor and Hulk in the same book and they not fight, at least for a frame or two. So maybe Hulk, bald-headed Hulk, fighting Thor, who's accused of some crime that we are not aware of yet, squaring off. In the Ultimate Universe, that should be tantalizing. That is the word I'm going to use, gang. Tantalizing. Ken has been thrown off into some Galactor death match, and he's it almost kind of looks like Mortal Kombat in the jungle. So if nothing else, there'll be plenty of action. He's throwing his boomerang at folks, and he ain't just hitting them in the head. He drawing blood. So fist death match. Not accurate, but it certainly looks like it's a death match. People are getting cut in half. So again, like I said, these little off-brand comics that with these little off-brand companies that ain't, they're off the beaten path, and not to mention your Godhoods and your Advents and your Kingswoods, you know what I mean? Get up on them, y'all. And I mean, and it ain't gotta just be strictly 100% stuff you buying because it's black. It could just be stuff you buying because it's different, and it's not the same, company mandate. I guess that's a good way of putting it. Company mandate. Buy you something that you want to buy. Not because the only good stuff's in Marvel and DC. And I'm not hating on Marvel or DC. Well, I kind of am. But I think it's more for me advocating for the others rather than hating those two. Because I buy Marvel and I buy DC. You see, I buy Marvel, I buy DC. But that's not all there is out there. If you liked cookies and your favorite cookies was chocolate chip cookies and snickerdoodle cookies, would you only buy chocolate chip and snickerdoodle cookies? That's all I'm saying, man. I'm not saying betray them. I'm not saying run over here. And I mean, it's up to you. I'm just saying there's more out there than just Marvel and DC. Not to mention, and as I said, Philadelphia is Image Comics. So that's why you got Spawn and Savage Dragon pulling up. For the longest time, he ran like 15, 20 issues, and there were no guest stars, other than I think it was a cameo by KOLCHAK and a couple of other, Easter egg notables. But yeah, I don't think Spawn started pulling up till after issue 25. And then Savage Dragon shows up. And then after those two, you get Blackula. And Blackula picks up where the other vampires left off. Reasons why you should be reading shit other than Marvel and DC. That's where I'm at with it, y'all. That's what I'm saying. That's how I feel about it. Is there any reason why I should not? You know, I used to read Whitman back in the day. I used to read Gold Key. I used to read Charlton. They used to have all kinds. I mean, even back in the day, on the rotating rack, on the spinning rack, there was more than Marvel and DC on that rack. So, I mean, I've always been one to say, let's see what that, we'll see what that do. Let's see how that is. Let's see if that book's banging. Just saying. Just saying. Hello, kitties. Hello, hello, hello. It's that time again. Yep. I got here early today, y'all. So we had Q&A early. Q&A. Today is the day. If you got something you want to say and you hope that I can answer it okay, then go ahead and submit some Q and I'll give you the A. That almost sounded dirty, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Q&A. You got questions? I got answers. You got answers? I got questions. Isn't that how it works? It shouldn't work that way, though, should it? What do you madmen have in store for me today? What do you people want to know about? More than anything else right now. Nada? Nobody? Y'all just for chilling? Okay. Oakley dokley do, kitties. Well, that, sir, is a very good question. Thoughts on a Philadelphia action figure or collectibles line? Specific characters? Can Thomas Jefferson be made into an action figure? Can Abigail Adams be made into an action figure? Yeah. But how exciting of a figure would that be? I don't know. I could see Seesaw being a character. I could see maybe the protagonists, the sangsters, Johnny Jr., Johnny Sr. Yeah, if you put some thought into it, you could. Not to mention, the werewolves from Elysium Gardens. They would probably make great action figures, because those werewolves have that they have that howling look to them, with like the extra long ears and super tall and stuff. Yeah, there aren't enough werewolf action figures. So yeah, I would be excited to see that. You went downstairs and missed the question. I don't think it was a question so much as an opportunity to ask. It isn't necessarily that I ask a question. I present a time for you guys to ask me questions. And if you have something that you want to ask me about cinema that you think I might know, if you have something you want to ask me about, comics, action figures, or basically just whatever's on your mind. You know what I mean? How bad? How bad? The werewolves in Jupiter. Yeah. Maybe with a removable collar and mask, because that's what he does, before he goes to wreak havoc, is he takes the collar and the mask off and just rah! So yeah, I could see the werewolves in Jupiter are definitely viable. Rank and file vampires, vampires like Toppy, vampires like Britney. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could totally see a yeah. Yeah. I mean, they aren't costumed and they don't, I mean, you know what I'm saying? By and large, Philadelphia is a comic book filled with regular people, not superheroes. You got supernatural, but you know, until Spawn and Savage Dragon pulled up, you didn't really see any superheroes in Philadelphia. Y'all, where we at? Something, nothing, somebody, anybody, nobody. Okay. Well, so how so Tim Burton announced Batman Resurrection in April 24, which will be a direct sequel to the Batman movie. No, don't do that, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that. That is not a pause moment, Kamoyo. That is not a pause moment. It's a burger. Now, if it was a sausage or a hot dog, pause. But hamburgers, yeah, that's okay. So that sounds like that's it for now. So I'm going to use this new feature that StreamYard has to where I can just end the stream and my intro comes on. I like that. I like it. I don't have to sit around and work on queuing anything up. So everybody that pulled up tonight, I really do appreciate you pulling up tonight for the live, especially this is my first time back on the live. Tomorrow, Theo and I will be in the building with Friday Vibing. Same real time, same real channel. Y'all pull up. We definitely gonna have some stuff we want to discuss, and we want to discuss it with y'all, the Rock With Me Nation, because y'all rock with us, and that's why we rock with you. That is it for now, y'all. But fret not, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, yeah, y'all be good. Be good to each other. Watch this.